Alright, so today's video is going to go over taking off the rear bumper on the 2023 Forward Honda Pilot. So as you can see, this bumper already has this black trim piece installed. From the factory, it's silver. It doesn't flow very well, in my opinion, with the rest of the Trail Sport trim, so a lot of people buy this black one off of the Sport to put on the front and the back. So in order to do it correctly and probably the most efficiently, you have to take off the rear bumper, which sounds really scary, but it's not. So I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough video on how to take this off so you can see how easy it is to pop yours on. We'll go over basically where all of the screws, the mounts, everything it is just to get that thing off, and then I'll show you how to swap it out too. I'm going to put the silver one back on here for right now, so you can see the process, and and hopefully it's a really quick and easy job. Let's do it. You're going to need a T30 Torx bit, and you're going to need some trim removal tools for underneath, and you're going to need probably a stubby Phillips, maybe a 10mm at some point, but for now that's all you're going to need to take off the rear bumper. Now, a couple things: if you have the OEM mud flaps, you have obviously these screws that are in here that come out. Now, some of these screws actually go through into the bumper itself, so they have to come off regardless. Some, like this one, just goes into the felt lining and doesn't actually attach to the bumper. But the reason why I have this sitting here is you do need to take all of these off, because what hides underneath them, right there, are 2 additional screws on both sides. So this is held on at this point by this screw right here, but these underneath are hidden and you can't get to them unless you take this completely off. So that's why the whole thing needs to come off. In addition to that, we already have this side off, but these simply pop out just like that. As you can see, it's a little dirty from off-roading. We do not mess with this, but this and this are T30 Torx bits, and they just unscrew. So after we take out the screws underneath here, we're going to move around. Now, this can stay on for right now. This only comes off when we swap out the piece, but this clip needs to come out because it actually holds on to the back of the chassis. So that needs to come out, and that needs to come out. But other than that, those 2 screws right there is going to allow us to basically pull everything off. So let's get to it. The next pieces we're going to take off are actually inside the fender liner. So we have a screw here, we have a screw here, we have a screw here. We do have one here as well. There. Probably not going to need to take that off, but we're going to unscrew these and then we're going to pop this out, which is going to allow us some additional screws behind here that we'll need to remove. So now to get this piece off, we have a 10mm right here, we have a clip and a clip. We have these connections that are just plastic. You need a flathead to pry them out. Again, 10mm here, 10mm here, 10mm here, and then 2 more clips. Looks like we have a Phillips here and a Phillips here. So we'll take all these out and we'll put the new one in.